Oh, wow.
I'm actually a descendant from one of the men that went out for doing atomic testing. And what I've got is I've got a small film, which is 2 of the veterans, see if it gets to work, who actually went. It's really tricky to see the buttons when it starts getting light enough. Yeah, dark enough to see on the video. Should we get closer? Can do.
Yeah, and so don't get in the way of the recording though.
ex-service personnel related to nuclear tests, nuclear exposure. Great time on the island, loads of great blokes, having a small party, there was only 14 of us, I guess, mainly looking after, of course, obviously the Army Force was looking after naturally. And it was a great time, Paradise Island, of course, then the Americans arrived. There was that exercise as well. anybody out there sees this and doesn't understand, for God's sake, get onto the internet. Look at what we do. British nuclear veterans. Look us up. And you will see there's an images with all thoughts, I mean, beg your pardon, old fellows. But we know what we're talking about. We've been there, we've done it, we've glowed in the dark. We've seen ourselves bones. So please, listen to all of those guys and don't do it again. Thank you.
Stop it, wasn't just playing, it's that type of thing. So, plays again. But there you go. That was two of the veterans talking about their experiences whilst doing these tests. Both of them were Christmas Island. My own father was actually at Marilinda, which is in Australia, where the effects of those tests are still being felt by the Aboriginals down there. There's whole areas down there that cannot go near because they're still radioactive, despite various attempts to clean it up. And that was mainly because when my dad was there, there was something called the Vixen B trials are going on. And this isn't the big huge mushroom clouds we saw in the films. This is the small things where they're just like, what happens if we put it in a Land Rover, the bomb into a Land Rover, drive off there and set fire to it? And it's things like that, that's what they were testing. And they didn't necessarily go react and become a big explosion. So one of them started off going off and ended up basically sending a plume of plutonium about 200 foot into the air and it's basically dispersing over a large area. But as you can tell from them, they both suffered with cancer. My own father died of cancer. Out of 22,000, that's 20,000 people died mainly from cancer-related stuff. I point out the government still deny any health problems. Currently they're in a campaign to get a medal just to be recognised for being actually going there. And they're apparently not applicable to get medals. There is one medals to the not open conflict. In fact, we were at Cold War and it was Cold War prevention. It's a whole different thing. Now the thing is, Leeds does actually have a connection to this, other than having a stone here. The actual carriages, the bomb frames, the atomic bombs are put in, were actually made at, I think it's Huntsville Park, just outside the city. And they'll be made to take the bombs that will be made at Newcastle, then take straight down to Australia, or Christmas Island, or the other ones, to basically like that. So, interesting. I mean, at the moment, it's argued we're in a new geological era. The nuclear anthropocene, basically starting from the 16th of July 1945 with the Trinity test, when they first set off the atomic bomb, starts a new geological age, because from that point, it affected the geology. You can radiocarbonate things now easier, because you can tell when that point was. And the same thing with all the tests, you can see markers for each one. So, loads of conversations on taking you through to this whole new geological age. Just, okay, at the moment, you've got to bear in mind, they're threatening to start doing all this again. I mean, most of the testing sort of ends in the late 50s, early 60s with the ban for basically doing atmospheric testing. But we carried on testing right up into the 90s using the test base at Nevada, which isn't actually included on it, which I think is a bit of an issue for me, because we had British scientists at Trinity Test at Nevada, and we carried on with actual veterans going right through the testing, going and exporting as scientists. But these are the guys that went over on national service and were basically not giving any information, not giving any actual protective clothing. And basically, when they're saying about seeing the bones in front of the things, one of the tests they did this time was they sat them on the beach with the backs of the bomb, hands across their face, set the bomb off, and they could see all the bones in their finger locking up to it. And apparently, not going to cause any ill effects. So, I find it slightly odd because it changes my viewpoint of this area, because it's of course got the nice religious symbols here. You've got the ancient medieval things, and then you've got this mind of the Cold War. And it's Did anybody know that this was here?
No.
Exactly. That's
Because you showed it to me.
yeah, I know. But yeah, other than beauty, it's good to see. The thing is, this has been in Leeds, I think since about the 90s that got put in. They mislabeled it on the register for it, and it's been put down. It's been right away on the. I think it's over near Vernon Street or Rossington Street over there,
Yep.
which is the council offices. Who are meant to be looking after it, but it's not on council ground. Yeah, a bit of a random thing. We've just had the rededication for this last year, and they laid up the West Yorkshire Nuclear Veterans banner, actually in the Minster with all the standards. So we're talking about the ancient cross. We've got that on one side, we've got all the military stands there, including the one for these chaps. Unfortunately, I don't think the West Yorkshire branch is going anymore because I think they've all died. I've not been able to find anybody.
Wow.
So slightly bring down the tone a little bit.
No,
There's something really weird, and that in light of what you're saying, kind of symbolic in a strange way of this being kind of behind the one or the back around so you can't see it. It's here, we've got the Leeds Minster.
Yeah.
A big impressive thing, and tucked behind, just literally hidden away, as a lot of many other things. Like I said, it's slightly, it's about almost as cold as the Cold War that
yeah.
And it's also like, I think they seem to change the names of like when C&D started, they were actually marching against the H-bomb. But it's no longer called H-bomb, as if it's something else now, as if it's,
it
no
started
longer.
as the atomic bomb, then it became the H-bombs because it moved on, the technology moved on from the atomic bombs. So Operation Grapple, which was down at Christmas Island, was the thermonuclear test, and that was the really big ones which made, looked fantastic on the films, you could see them. The ones I actually showed you were actually from Maralinga. Those two guys were at Christmas Island. Actually, those mushroom guys were probably at Maralinga. That's because I couldn't find a nice, free to use, without having lots of logos across it, ones of the actual grapple tests. But if you look online, you'll see them, they're all quite big. I mean, the initial one at where is it? Montbello Island was where they basically brought HMS Plym out and they set the bomb off in the ship. Now the thing is, you saw the video of the Cine film with them out swimming in the lagoon. The lagoon which they just set a nuclear bomb off. Yeah, a couple of months beforehand. They were fishing in it, swimming in it. It was all irradiated. And we've got at Maralinga, they had the swimming pool. The dust cloud from the thing, they said it would be further enough away from the base, but it actually went back across the base and it actually went right across Australia. And there's a whole thing about black mist, burnt country. I mean, even the artwork that's coming out from the local Aboriginals is really telling. Because you see typical symbols of all the dots and paints you get for Aboriginal art. Well, there's a lot of the ones from the Maralinga Junta tribe, and all of their artwork has big black circles irradiating out, and it's telling the story of the burning of their land from these bombs, and it's very telling. And it said there's
On
still
the
those.
islands themselves, were there any indigenous populations there?
Yeah.
Before?
They were moved off. They were relocated, but I mean, there's even tale of one family going across and taking shelter in a bomb crater and losing their child, and that child was then put into a cave nearby because she died. They all became very ill, and then it's only 2-3 years ago they found this body, and they basically had service for it, and then put it back. So, but no, the Aboriginal community, they've now moved back. They've been given their lands back, even in the state they're in. I mean, there's areas where you can see, if you look on the top, they've scraped all the red sand off the top of the desert, and it's basically, the reason it was picked, is this very thin layer of soil, and underneath is this hard limestone. And you can see the areas where just scraped all that off, trying to clear away all the radiation. Fun fact though, the big airstrip at Maralinga, was actually down as a precaution, one of these emergency landing strips for if the space shuttle opening to actually land somewhere, it could land on the airstrip there because it's one of the largest ones in the southern hemisphere. And all they did is basically went out with bulldozers and scraped it back. There we go. Slightly, I mean, we've seen some of the other things you get for nuclear war in this country, which is you get a lot of CND things, you get a lot of civil defence. I mean, there's the wonderful film Threats, based in Sheffield, where they've show you basically blowing up Sheffield. Leeds got a pamphlet. Leeds in the comic. Sheffield get a film. I'm not going to say there's anything about that, but a lot of this story gets forgotten. And now they're fighting to get actual recognition from our government. So I'm actually going to be doing an exhibition back in sometime in September at the Peace Museum in Bradford. Basically showing off photographs from the actual tests, from the actual servicemen going about their daily business and actually telling some of their stories. Anyway, should we move to happier places? Because I think I've lowered, made it us all a bit more miserable.
No, but this is great.
Yeah.
Oh,